Welcome to Tech News Briefing. It's Wednesday, June 7th. I'm Zoe Thomas for The Wall Street Journal. This week, Linda Yaccarino took over as Twitter's new CEO. But in this episode, we're going to talk about something that happened before she joined. According to researchers at Stanford University, Twitter failed to prevent dozens of previously flagged images of child sexual abuse from being posted on its platform in recent months. The researchers were investigating how social media platforms deal with the issue of blocking child sexual abuse material. They said they told Twitter's staff about the findings and that the problem appeared to have been resolved in May. But the issue, they say, points to a lapse in basic enforcement by Twitter. With me to discuss these findings is our Twitter reporter, Alexa Korse, who wrote about this. So tell us, how did Stanford researchers discover these images?
So this group of researchers at Stanford have been investigating child safety issues online across several platforms. And one thing they told me they do when they investigate this issue is they don't want to accidentally see, these awful images. So they said they set up a system to automatically detect unique signatures of these images. And their system started detecting dozens of hits from posts that were on Twitter.
So Alexa, tell us, what was the goal that the researchers had?
Right. So this study and this investigation is about how internet platforms are dealing with detecting, blocking, and removing this material and how their enforcement is going. Part of the challenge with that for the researchers was, how do you investigate that without having to actually see this material?
What systems are typically in place to prevent these images from coming up?
So a tool the researchers used that we mentioned in the article is a technology called photodNA. And photodNA creates a unique digital signature known as a hash of an image, and platforms, researchers can use that to check the hashes of other images or what users are posting. PhotoDNA has been around for years. It's been used by tech companies and law enforcement. And Twitter even previously has publicly said it used PhotoDNA, although the company didn't respond to a request for comment about whether it still uses the tool.
Do we know how Twitter let this happen?
We actually don't know exactly what the issue was here. Twitter didn't respond to a request for comment or share details. But the researchers did tell me that they reached out to Twitter about the problem, communicated what they were finding, and Twitter told them that they had made improvements to their detection system. And the researchers also said that based on their analysis, it looks like Twitter had resolved the problem in May.
When Elon Musk bought the company back in October, he said cracking down on sexual abuse material was a #1 priority. So what has the company done so far?
Twitter says it has been cracking down on this kind of content. For the month of January, for example, the platform said it suspended roughly 404,000 accounts that created or engaged with this material. And the company said that was a 112% increase in suspensions since November.
Hasn't this issue been around for a while?
Right. One thing we say in the story and the researchers note is that Twitter is by no means the only tech or social media company to have faced this issue. And it's a big challenge for internet companies to detect and block this kind of material. Of course, bad actors can also evolve their methods.
Is there anything that makes Twitter's approach different to other social media platforms?
Well, the researchers pointed out in their report that Twitter faces kind of a particular challenge because its policies do allow some adult nudity. So the researchers said that makes it a bit more complicated for Twitter to figure out what's okay, what involves consenting adults, and what's not okay and needs to be blocked. Twitter, of course, prohibits material that features or promotes child sexual exploitation.
Alexa, 2 of Twitter's top safety executives left last week. What does this mean for Twitter going forward, particularly as it has a new CEO?
It's been a tumultuous period for Twitter. According to our reporting, their exits came in part because of a controversy over Twitter's handling of a movie about gender issues. That's according to one of the executives who left and other people familiar with the matter. More broadly, These departures raise more questions and shine even more of a light on how Twitter has been struggling with questions and controversies about content moderation. Musk has pledged to make Twitter a haven for free speech, but how does that play out in practice?
All right, that was our Twitter reporter, Alexa Corse. And that's it for today's Tech News Briefing. For more tech stories, head over to our website, WSJ.com. I'm Zoe Thomas for the Wall Street Journal. Thanks for listening.